stop doing what you're doing or drink some water if possible, because in this video you're going to learn something quite important in this today's life. It's about an extract of a book called Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. So this video actually has two parts. The part 1 discusses about the things which we think you should follow from this book, and the part 2 says about that things which you should not follow from this book. Basically, our intention is to convey that people should not believe whatever they read, because not everything you follow in your life should be read somewhere else, and not everything you read in your life should be followed in your life. This is working on the basis of your identity, not on the basis of your behavior. Whatever you do in your life, don't do it for granted. See, unless it means something to you. And meaning something to you doesn't mean that it should only profit you. It can be also helping others. And the point is, don't be selfish. Do your work as if you are represented for that work. But the question is, how? So let me explain it with an example. Let us assume that your mom has said to clean your room, and you have that self-esteem that you should not clean your room. Throw that self-esteem in your dustbin and do clean your room as if you are a cleaner, because a cleaner is represented for cleaning your room. In that way, you will kill your ego. See, it doesn't matter that how small or big the work is. The matter is how efficiently you do the work. Here, the efficiency plays the role. Me providing this example of cleaning your room doesn't mean that you have to do whatever work is provided in your life to do, but the selection of your work is in your hand. After selecting the work which you have decided to work should be done efficiently, and this efficiency comes from the identity, not from the behavior which you have previously in your life. So build identity, not behavior. Do not focus on goals, rather focus on systems or processes, because the goals you set in your life do not deliver you the results, but the processes you follow or the lifestyle you follow will give you the results. Unfortunately, the lifestyle is not the outcome. Lifestyle is a process. So focus on building better processes rather than building better results, because if the process or the system you follow in your life is good, then the results you get will be good. In other words, goals are just for setting your direction in your life, and the process provides the progress.
Unfortunately, the core concept of the book is to build or break a bad habit. Though, why is it unfortunate? Let me explain. In this book, author has given us 4 laws. They are cue, craving, response, and reward. He says that make cue obvious, a craving attractive, a response easy, and the reward satisfying. I know this is complex, but we will understand with it an example. Assume that now you have to play guitar. As per the law, the author had said that make cue obvious. So keep guitar where you walk frequently and keep it handy. And the next thing is to make the craving attractive. This means buy a guitar of your favorite color and paste some posters on it. Like this, it can be somewhat attractive to you. Now, the third thing is to make the reward easy. You can make it easy by learning guitar online rather than joining the offline guitar classes. Here comes the last one. Make the response satisfying after playing the guitar. This can be satisfying when you call all the nearby girls in front of you and start playing guitar. If they cheer you, this can be most satisfying. But what if you have a bad habit of consuming social media for 8 hours a day? Probably everyone in today's life is doing that. How do we break this bad habit with this provided laws? Author says it can be done by making your cue unobvious, your craving unattractive, your response difficult, and reward should be not satisfying. Listen guys, all these laws given in the book are kind of tricking our brain and getting things done, which is merely impossible, because you can only trick your brain until and unless it does not know it is getting tricked. Surprise is not a surprise anymore when you already know it before. Our suggestion for breaking a bad habit is to make it a marketable skill. But how? Let's say you have a bad addiction of consuming social media like 8 hours a day. This means you have actually a lot of interest in social media. Rather than consuming it anymore, start producing the content on social media, your texture and your experience. I don't wanna waste my time giving you example of people who literally had made their addiction to their passion. See, the process of building a habit or breaking any habit is purely the game of interest. If you have interest in the peak for building any particular habit, no one can stop you. In case of your lack of interest, don't panic. You are not made for it. Try other things. Life is not a race. You literally have time.